the most important eco innovation is the creation of eco people. It's the
Yep, I
creation
love it.
of
Yep.
entirely new ways of thinking and being and living in the world that starts with us, right? It's an internal transformation that spills out into this external transformation.
So I think eco innovation begins with a desire to heal, to help create something that actually contributes to the well being of life.
Innovation has to address a certain challenge, but it's not as fixated as something as solution. I think there are differences between these two. And I feel that innovation has that negotiating space, that not yet a certain solution, but it's something that we're experimenting. And we're proposing, we're offering this as a gift to see whether it fits. Connect the purpose and action, connects to technology with ethics, with higher imagination for the future. In that way, innovation becomes an invitation for us to explore and think contributing to that process of creating, manifesting ecological civilization.
Much of the youth today is overwhelmed with this feeling of hopelessness. And part of the hopelessness comes from there's a lack of connection to the earth. Youth can grow up and their life purpose can become caring for the earth. And often we think of our life purpose as the way we make a living, and that can certainly be a part of it. We don't consider that living as an earth caretaker can be a purpose in life. And if youth takes that on, and adults too, for sure, it makes your whole life better because you're engaged in the greater good and solving problems and making things better than just feeling depressed and overwhelmed and angry and upset all the time.
While we're imagining a ecological civilization, what's very important is so how do we bring about this kind of future in the real physical world? And to bring vision to reality, a lot of times we have to understand the vision. And a good tool for doing that is science fiction.
And if you want to reflect on your thinking and why you're thinking what you're thinking, metacognition, there is a philosophy and a transcendent theory behind it all. You can embrace it or not, but know that humans have been thinking about this for thousands of years. And how does someone actually do it? So we start with the pragmatic, what happens on the ground, and then support it by reflection and coming to the values and vision driving it. So we've come up with a very simple idea. Find, reflect, and test your values-based vision to drive personal and organization performance so that all life flourishes. And that is ecological civilization.
What does it mean if there's not only not a separation, but what if we can become Gaia? So what if we can start acting, we're not separated from Gaia, but we are Gaia, not the role in nature, but as nature.
Process philosophy reverses the standard way we think. It's thinking not that everything's determined from the past and pushing us all along according to inflexible laws or a fixed final perfect ending. But instead, the fundamental force of all things we think of as pulling us forward. No, even better, luring us toward an open future, which we co-create with each other and different cultures and different evolving ecosystems.
The work that I'm doing, it's constantly iterative. And I think that is an important understanding from a innovator's point of view that, once you have created an innovation, that is not the end of the journey. It's a continuous learning journey where your innovation can go through various types of iterations. It can be a design iteration, it can be a material iteration, it can be, an iterative process in how you deliver it or how you transfer the skill. And that's something that we have to remember, especially when we are working with the nature, because and using nature as a canvas, because nature is not constant, it's dynamic. So it's going to change.
So eco-innovation is really something that I want to explore with the Eastern wisdom. We need a set of Western wisdom of innovation which can balance with this Eastern wisdom and start to understand how the Chinese people, how their way of thinking has been developed throughout thousands of years, and what is their worldview, and what does it mean by this unity between human and nature, which is 天人合一. What kind of grammar of innovation that we need to bring forth in this time of eco-civilization?
We are a part of the evolutionary advance of the entire universe. We are a small fractal of that, but we embody that entire evolutionary advance within us. And it expresses itself through each and every living being in its own way. So, with that perspective, we can channel that creative energy into something like an eco-innovation challenge.
Just have fun, guys. The fact that you are already conscious of nature is already the blessing that you have to be proud of. Something that you need to realize, if you dedicate your life to take care of the planet, to take care of nature, there's no limits for nature. Nature has no borders. Nature is equal to the universe because everything is nature.
And the more we hear, the more we see, the more we experience what's going on in nature, the more we can learn. And our planet Earth has been evolving, right, for 4.6 billion years. It has gone through all kinds of extreme conditions, and it's here. So I think Earth, as this wise elder, has so much to offer us, what we can learn. And I always say where we can best learn about hope, nature, our planet. That's a great, great mentor.
I think it's safe to say we know enough about the history of our universe to expect to be surprised. So as bleak as the future may look, don't ever feel like you're certain about where we're headed, right? Something new and wonderful can emerge even out of the ashes of the dying civilization. Keeping that larger cosmic context in mind, I think, is a source of inspiration. I hope it is a source of inspiration for eco-innovators.
So I think the real question is, can eco-philosophy be articulated and spoken and sung in ways that ring true to people where they are? And that's our big task, is to sing the song of eco-philosophy, not just as we proclaim it, but as they can hear it. And so that takes empathy, creativity, bracketing your own perspective and hearing the perspective of others. So can we sing a song that's more attractive, more beautiful than what the advertisements tell us? I think we can, but I think that's the challenge.